fucked up my ankle playing basketball, but I still felt like recording a video. But today I wanted to go over ego. So we live in a generation where ego is everything. Um, Obviously, social media plays a big part in that. We all want to be what we don't have, and everyone wants to be good. Everyone wants to have success in whatever field that they're interested in. And this leads to a lot of competition in the field. And this competition has gone too far. Competition's good. It raises the bar for others, and it can make society better. But when it gets to the point where you're looked at differently for not being able to achieve certain things or goals, and you're trying, you're doing what you can do, but because it's not good enough, you're ignored, you're downplayed. No one takes you serious. And we fail to realize that we're looking at, the top 5%, top 0.5% of people in the world when we're looking at these things. And the whole saying of comparison is the joy of faith, is the faith of joy. We still play into it though. We can recognize what the issues are, but we let our ego get ahead of ourselves. And another aspect of this is how I was talking about succession. Let's say you become successful. You're not ready for that succession. I know through personal experiences that I wasn't ready. And these are good points. They help you learn. You will understand. You'll gain an understanding of the world and of how you need to act in these moments. For example, I was always a little fat kid growing up. I didn't have much attention or attraction from women. And then as I got older, I fell into the same category as everyone else. I wanted to better myself, and I wanted to reach these goals. I had these achievements in my mind that I set. And once I got to them, you expect, like, once you reach your goals, people are going to appreciate it. People are going to look at you and go, good job, man. Like, you set your mind on something and you went out and did it. But that's not what you get. You get ego and jealousy from other people. You get people looking at you like you're a problem because now you're challenging them. They perceive you to be doing better than them. And this whole idea of hate never comes from above is true. Shit, look at me, bro. I get jealous of people. I catch myself getting jealous of people. And I'm like, damn, I want that Ferrari. I want that house. I want to be the young kid that made it. But we can't all be that. And it's great to try. But we don't all get there. And that's something we have to accept as people. There's always going to be someone better than you. You can't be the best. It's statistically impossible, essentially, to be the best. Am I saying you can't be extremely good? No. Everyone can be extremely good if they set their minds to their goals. You can reach levels that you wouldn't expect to make. But I think what's healthier is I was saying what I think is healthier is to just do your best. If you're focusing on what you need to be focusing on and giving it your all, you've already won. You don't see these results straight away. They don't come overnight. You got to understand that. Results are reflections of consistency. And as we all know, motivation, it's great, but it's not consistency. Consistency is what you need as a man. Um, it teaches you a lot and it helps you become a man because you've proven to yourself that through difficulties, through failure, through broken relationships, through all these issues you'll face, you stayed true to yourself. And being true to yourself is what matters more than anything because your friends, the girlfriend you want, the car you want, the house you want, that can all go. Your mind and your spirit can't leave you. Through your experiences, you can get broken down, you can be changed, and you can learn things. But if you stay consistent through your actions and through your beliefs, you'll never be moved off center. No matter what's thrown at you, you can always come back and make the best of what you have. And that's it's harder to say than it is to do. You're on your goals, you're doing you, and then a family member dies, or you lose a friend, or you go broke, or some shit. Like, it's tough. We've all been there. We've all fallen off our goals. And at that point, you got to question what's more important. And I think that's why when I say being true to yourself is the most important, because no one can love you like you love yourself. And I believe your body and your actions are a representation of your inner self. And I'm not one to, come on here and hate on people. But I think when you see someone that's fat, like, I've been there. I know you're going through some tough shit. I know you're not happy with yourself. You deal with these pressures every day. But I think you should try use that to your advantage. Even if you don't have money, anyone has access to go on a walk. You can do push-ups. I know, it's hard to start, but starting's better than not starting. It's something, and something's what we need. And I think that's another issue with social media as well. If you're 180 kilos and you see a guy that's jacked out of his mind, blasting steroids, I believe that's not being true to yourself, because you're enhanced, you're not natural. But regardless, you're demotivated, you're put off, you're thinking, great, I started losing weight and I'm down 5 kilos. I only got another 95 to go, These things seem so far out of reach. But that consistency will shine through one day. And that's when you'll be most proud of yourself. And these metrics and materialistic achievements, what is that at the end of the day? What is that? You can lose that at any moment. That's something that it comes and it goes, and it doesn't define you. If anything, it can destroy you. I've seen this through my own life. At a young age, I had an awesome car, and I thought I was better than people. I thought, who is this person? Like, what are they trying to, don't try and prove yourself to me. I'm better than you. I have a cool car. And looking back, how stupid is that? and I lost that car. I crashed the shit out of that car. But I learned, like, life's a lesson. This life's a test. Um, a lot of people don't want to hear it, but uh, you know, this life is it's a reflection on your spirit to show God what type of person you are, where you'll go, the lows you'll go to, and what sacrifices you will make to change. And that's another reason I believe these materialistic things they don't define you. That doesn't mean anything. Like I was saying, having these things can make you worse as a person because you lose um, you lose your faith in God and yourself because you're driven for you're driven for things that don't. What does it prove at the end of the day? I feel like a lot of it, as guy, like I'm guilty myself. As guys, we all want girls, and we we don't like to admit it. No one likes to admit it or think this is the case. But why do we do this stuff? Yeah, like sure, if you want a nice house and a nice lifestyle, that's one thing. You know, it's not everyone wants to be able to wake up on a beach and have a personal chef and a massage. You know, everyone wants that. But you know, these are like uh, these financial things that we want. A lot of it's for attention. It's for love. It's we want female interaction out of it. And in the Bible, it goes over a lot um, of how great men were destroyed by females because the devil works through people to destroy other people. Like you don't see it, but these things are all tests, bro. Like I've been tested so many times in my faith, where I was close to God, and then I had these women that appeared in my life, and they they turned me into a worse version of myself, and I'm not proud to admit it, but I did things that I'm not proud of. Yeah. At the end of the day, another tough thing to accept is that when you succeed, society doesn't look at you the same. They look at you with doubt, expectations, and preconceived notions in their head. Like I, you know, when I lost all that weight and I got in shape, I can't even like you go down to the grocery store to get. I go down to get my beef mince or whatever. I'll be in the gym doing cardio, um, and people just look at you different. People look at you angry, bro. Like I'm just walking. I'm trying to get my food, bro, and some dude's mean mugging me. This is not a competition. I'm not trying to compete with you. Why does everything have to be a competition? This is why I say leave the ego to the side because you don't gain anything from that. If anything, you've made yourself into something that you wouldn't want to be because now you're comparing yourself to other people, and instead of getting angry or jealous or judgmental, why don't you use that as ammunition to go pursue your goals? But like even examples like I walk past a couple or something, and the guy's like, I'm not on that. I'm if a girl's got a man, I'm out, checked out. That's not. I don't believe that's right. I don't know how people do that, to be honest. But regardless, they look at you, they pull their chick closer to them, and they're like mean mugging you, and it's like, bro, I'm not on that, bro. Like, I'm respecting you, and it's like the other people. I give my respect where it's due. I don't have to be nice. I can be a tool. Like you're being a tool, I can be a tool, but I choose not to be because I don't gain anything from that. And when you succeed, you need to change. You need to change your mindset. You got to understand that you're not going to make everyone happy. I spent most of my life trying to make, not that I'm, some 50-year-old man or some shit, but I spent most of my life trying to make everyone happy. I was always people pleasing because, being a fat little kid, what are you going to do? No, you're not going to woo people over with your looks or your sporting ability or something. So I try to be a people pleaser, I was always gassing people up, laughing at people's jokes, doing nice things. For what, bro? For what? You're just a cheerleader at the end of the day. Just be your own cheerleader at that point. Like, and I'm not saying that to be a bad person, but no one really cares about you. No one cares, dude. Like, the something that I kind of find like a bit upsetting is love is transactional. There is no love without a benefit, a positive benefit, net positive for each party or for one party. And unconditional love is really I'd say, I'm not some doctor or something, right, or psychologist, but I'd say that's only really attainable from your parents. Because you give birth to a kid. Not every parent's like that. Not every parent's gonna be like that. But for the most part, imagine giving birth to something. You you just naturally have the instinct to love that thing and care for it with all your abilities. Say you get this girlfriend, right? And you put on all this weight, or you're just mentally just gone from a bad experience. We're talking like 95% of the time, she's leaving you, bro. She's leaving you, bro. If you got, there's some out there, there's some women out there they're really good women, but through my experiences, through people I've seen, my family, friends, whatever, most of the time they're only there for a benefit, and that's through a lot of friends in life as well. That's why I like to say you got to pick them wisely. And as I try and better myself, I find myself losing friends all the time and disconnecting from people and distancing. And it's not like I'm purposely doing that. It just happens through social gatherings and experiences. You'll go somewhere and you're not trying to show off or nothing. You're just, I do my hair nicely or whatever, put on a nice outfit. Just trying to, just trying to do me. And you'll get these dudes there that are like, you growing up with them, whatever. You thought they were like homies, and they're just, they're downplaying you. Just, you don't even say a word. You walk into the function and they're just on you straight away. Like, you look like you're trying too hard to pull bitches or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, really? It reminds me of GTA, Don't hate me because I'm beautiful. Nah, I'm not on that, but like, what do you gain from that, bro? Or like, you'll make some. Damn, what? This computer, dude. Anyway, you'll make some money. You'll make some money, and that's another thing. Don't share your financials with people, guys. Like, I'm saying, like, there's gonna be two responses if you share your financials with people, like your balances and or assets, whatever. and it's going to be either jealousy and you've upset them, or they don't care because they have more money than you. So it's is lose lose either way. So you're not proving anything to anyone. If anything, you're making it worse for yourself, because now if they're gonna look at you differently, oh, he got money and he ain't paying for shit like that, like, or like you really out here like moving with money, and you aren't gonna treat us like, bro, I made my money doing the hard yards. Like, I'm not gonna be blowing it on people that don't even appreciate me to start with. So yeah, don't share your financials. That's one thing. But yeah, just again, just be careful with when you start succeeding. Be careful with who you have close to you, and you can get the gist of mostly you can get the gist of things. Like I've had a lot of people backstab me and do stuff like that I thought were like real close friends, just straight straight to my face, and it's just like some pretty bad shit, and you're just like, I've grown up with you, dude, and is that how little I mean to you? Like, especially be careful with I'm saying this, like, especially be careful with these dudes that don't get much attention from females, and not to make that something that's a bad look on them. Not in that sense, but in the sense that I found a lot of them will betray you for female validation, like that matters. Like, try and destroy relationships, or if someone like you break up with a girl or something and they're on that, like, really? I've known you for 5, 6, 7, 10 years, and some little shorty's more important than our relationship. Uh, Maybe that's just me picking bad friends, but like I was saying, everything's transactional. Like, even if you are doing good, you'll have people that you think around you, because you keep around you because they're gassing you up, or they're like, "Oh, you're doing so good, bro," and that's chill. That's calm. That's thank you, bro. Like, I want you come to the gym with me. Come do these workouts. Like come make money with me. Whatever, and then you'll find out that it was just because they wanted some sort of to be on some sort of podium next to you or something, and it's like you realize like they're just there to ride your coattails basically, and it's just like it's just upsetting, because you're like, is there no like genuine connections that can be made here? I do have some. I have some people in my life that I know would have my back to the end, but it's rare, man. And if you find those people, you gotta hold on to them. Yeah.